Hello, we are Javier Ramos
and Shadid Sheran.
and we're going to talk about
Double reeds.
the oboe and bassoon are instruments of the woodwind family. Also, they are instruments of the double reed family.
These type of reeds are made of a wood called arundo donax. Unlike simple reeds, the interpreters are in charge to make them. So we always have to keep in mind that, like Nemo says, los peces son amigos, no comida. The reeds are your friends, not your enemies.
The bassoon reed making process. Step 1. Reeds being with a length of tooth cane that is split into 3 or 4 pieces like this. Using a tool called cane splinter. Step 2. The cane is then trimmed and gauged to the desired thickness, leaving the bark attached. Like this. Step 3. After soaking, the gauge cane is cut to the proper shape and milled to the desired thickness or profiled by removing material from the bark side. This can be done by hand with a file. More frequently, it is done with a machine or tool designed for the purpose. Step 4. After the profile cane has soaked, once again to fold in the middle, like this. Step 5. Prior to soak, the reed maker will have lightly scored the bark with parallel lines with a knife. These parallel lines. This ensures that the cane will assume a cylindrical shape during the forming stage. Wait a minute. Cylindrical form. Step 6. Finally, the ball carrying process is done until it is so the taste of the bassoonist.
The oboe reed making process. Step number 1. The tubes are created from the reed to be divided into 3 pieces with the help of a splitter. The cane tubes are round like this. Number 2, after choosing the better epidermis, this is the epidermis, you cut them at a length of 7.5 centimeters. This one is really nice. It's light brown, doesn't have spots, it's shiny, it's perfect. Number 3, then you do a curvy shape with a gouging machine. You usually do this, and you have the perfect shape. Number 4, the blade modeling machine is something that presses the cane it is really tight and it gets the ideal thickness because usually it's really thick and you need it really thin. Number 5, you usually buy the canes and you get number 5 where you use a shaper to give the last form of the cane. It is, you divide it halfway and it is now not rectangular but like an arrow, you see. And number 6, you join with a nylon thread the cane and the staple to get something like this, and then you scrape with your knife to get the ideal cane for you. As a conclusion, we have that the reed is one of the most difficult parts of playing an oboe and the bassoon because of the individual nature of each one. It is hard to achieve a consistent sound. You always have the slight variations of temperature, altitude, weather, and climate that can affect the sound of the reed and the physics of the reed. It gets really close or it can open a lot, so you always have to try it before playing.
But the future is now. For some time now, reeds have been made not for only of organic reed, but also of various synthetic materials. But the year 98 marked before and after of in terms of manufacturing synthetic reeds, since it was the year in the one that founded the Canadian company Ligier and create its first prototypes. Nowadays, with its signature line, its reeds are as good as an organic reed, but without having all the disadvantage of a reed of cane, such as inclement weather, altitude, etc. Check it out for yourself. This cane, it's a synthetic reed. It's a layer reed, and it make but polypropylene. This cane, this reed, it's an organic reed. Organic reed, synthetic reed.